All right, I'm going to call our workshop meeting to order, and our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance, so I invite all to rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Could I have a motion to approve this evening's agenda?
I'll make the motion.
Dennis?
I'll second.
Connie?
Okay.
You got missed out by a fraction of a second.
That's okay.
Would anyone like to make some adjustments or corrections, additions?
Jim, can we pull the stipends outside so that I can abstain from the personnel motion?
Which one in which item?
The
Co-curricular.
I'm sorry.
H or
Just a second.
Yeah.
The co-curricular H, yes.
Yep, okay.
Thank you.
So we'll do A through L minus H, and then we'll do H.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Yep. Anyone else? Okay, can vote.
Okay, 6 yeas.
All right, the agenda is approved, 6-0. And the first item under presentations is a school reopening update.
So I'll just give a quick verbal. So we have 2.5 weeks in the books now of school. And this week I visited all the buildings except for Palermo. I hope to get to Palermo Elementary tomorrow. What's nice is it was nice to walk through the buildings and see teaching and learning taking place, throughout the building. Everyone was doing a terrific job. Students were engaged. Teachers were really engaged. It's been a tough year to start. With teachers going with the hybrid model, and then you also have virtual at the same time for a lot of them. But not just for teachers. It's challenging, and it's all new for students also and parents. So I appreciate everyone's patience and hard work. They're putting a lot of time into it during this challenging time, and I expect over time, things will continue to smooth out, and we'll work through the little glitches here and there. So I'm actually very proud to see everyone working so hard, in each of the buildings, and from administrators, throughout every staff member. So it is a work in progress, and we'll continue to monitor it. And there's just, the offerings have been great for everyone. So that's really it for reopening. Any questions about reopening?
How are the connectivity issues going? Did we get those all resolved, or are we still working?
Yep.
So we've incorporated a couple additional things. The whole tech team has been staying Wednesday nights to offer family support. The first time we had 35 families come. We had 17 last night, today, about 17.
We had 21.
We had 21.
To be exact.
So it chips away at it. We are not having any broadband issues or things like that, which is good, because that would be a bigger issue that would have to be dealt with. But right now, one of the things. Right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi again. Right now, one of the things that we are trying to triage things is we have over 300 tickets in our help desk right now with 4 land techs, one who just started on Monday. So we're trying to, the things that are highest priority, to take care of that and work through, but truly, I'm so proud of how hard these guys are working, but right now it just feels like we're just chipping away, and we're going to keep chipping away. They're doing a fantastic job. They're working as hard as they can. We've talked about some things to potentially relieve the stress on everybody we had a new land tech start. So we want to train that person so that they're ready to go. But there are tickets that he can probably manage. So we're trying those that he can to take that off the guy's plate. So then he's getting familiar with those. So we're trying to rework some things to make it problems to be resolved a little more quickly. But we want to have the parent help desk. But that in addition, this year we have 2,100 devices out there. And then we have smart boards that everybody's using. And then we have different applications like Zoom and Teams that people are connecting. So with that, it's beneficial because we get to have instruction 4 days a week, but we're just overcoming some of those obstacles initially. But I am 100% confident as we go. Every week it's getting better. And teachers have been coming up and they'd say, it's better than last week. And, I think as kids learn all the rules, routines, procedures associated with virtual learning as well as in-person learning, they're going to be able to problem solve a lot of things themselves, but it's just going to take a little time. So,
Okay, great. You're doing a great job.
thank you. And Jay's doing a great job too.
Well, that goes without saying.
If my phone starts ringing off the hook, Colleen, I'll be sure to let you know. So far, it hasn't.
And I really appreciate the robocall, letting people know that you're
Right.
out there and ready
It was a
to
good idea.
try to help
have
them
that.
out.
Yeah. And it was fairly quick, too. It wasn't like it's a month into it.
And honestly, I'm one for giving credit where credit is due. Not to always praise Jay, but he did come to me and propose, but I said, of course, it's a great idea. So I have a wonderful team with good ideas that I'm happy to implement if we can.
It was a great idea.
Jay hates it when I compliment him, but.
Yeah, we know. We know.
Thank you, Colleen.
Anybody else? No? All right, staffing update?
Staffing update, Liz? Liz DeCosmo will give the staffing update.
Yes, so, we, as Colleen mentioned, we did hire a land tech, Eric Whitford, who
Mhm.
started, yes, Monday. So we are, so that's set. As far as the world languages, we have French person. We did have one applicant who we will interview, and see how that goes. That interview should be set up by Monday at the latest, and then we'll go from there and see how that goes. And if they're qualified and, a good applicant, we will hire them. If not, we'll have to revisit that. And we did have, yesterday, we had a good problem for once. We had 3 TA positions available, 2 at Mexico Elementary and 1 at the middle school, 1-on-1 TAs, and we had 15 applicants. So we went through the interviews yesterday, and we decided on 3 top candidates who I literally just offered the positions to, just on my way in. And fortunately and unfortunately, they are already employed as the 2 of them are the teacher aides in the district, so we'll have to backfill those positions. But, so that's forthcoming. But, so, other than that, the only other hiring we'll have to do is, if we have an aide who gets the TA position, then we would have to fill that aide position. And we have, an aide position as a monitor applies for and gets, then we'll have to backfill that. But that's TBD. So I think I will keep you posted on it.
What about food services, the lead?
And a couple other non-instructional, the lead food service worker, we did have, we really good applicants, we completed those interviews, a couple days ago, we're just finalizing their interviews, so we have them actually in the next meeting. And then we have 2 external applicants for temperature takers that are in the pipeline, and we did get some things done, so we anticipate those coming out of the fall as well.
That's
We all
it.
set?
This
Thank
side
you.
of the room's very
Thank you, Liz and Sheila.
We are.
Okay.
We are here. We're still breathing.
I guess that's it then.
Okay.
On to your update.
So first thing is fall practices started this past Monday. So we have boys and girls soccer at all three levels, modified JV varsity. We have boys and girls cross country at all three levels. We have tennis, girls tennis, and there is the modified with the freshmen, and then there's the JV varsity. And boys golf is playing. They actually had a match today. They only needed 3 practices, so they had a match at CBA. We do not know the results of that yet. Participation levels, the numbers are outstanding. We were a little concerned that the numbers could be low,
Right.
but the turnout has been outstanding. We're having no problem fielding all those teams. And then, the only sports that aren't being played, that are normally played in the fall, are football, volleyball, swimming, and cheerleading, which they'll start March 1st. And then beginning on Monday, September 28th, we are going to have the 5 o'clock late runs for athletes who need rides home. And then also, now that fall sports started, the track, actually, we're going to have it open without a monitor, just in the mornings from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., and then in the evenings from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. So people can still use the track. The lights will be on at
Lights
those
be on,
times.
okay.
And we've done that in the past here. And at this time, we've been starting to get requests now for outside use of facilities, and we are still putting those on hold until further notice. First thing we want to see is how well fall sports work out, and also we're still waiting for more guidance from the governor and the Department of Health. So that's all on hold. As for testing and contact tracing, that'll all be done through the Oswego County Health Department, and I'm happy to inform everyone that there have been no positive cases to date in the district. If there is a positive case reported to us from the Oswego County Department of Health, I will be the individual who will inform the Board of Education, the staff, and the families. So those decisions will be made in conjunction with having discussions with the Oswego County Department of Health. And then, I was going to talk about the 2 technology support nights, but Colleen touched on that. Those were very successful. And then I'd like to congratulate Libby Sheldon, one of our high schoolers, who was she was selected as an all-state student for the 2020 NYSSMA All-State Performing Ensembles. And there will be a 2020 virtual all-state concert to be announced at a later date. So congratulations to Libby. That's an outstanding achievement. And then our next Board of Education meeting will be held on Thursday, October 2nd, here in the middle school. We're going to be in person, and we will have a live audience with proper social distancing and mask wearing if there's movement around the auditorium. Any questions?
You said October 2nd? Isn't it, that's the first Thursday?
8th.
Oh, is that a mistake? I wrote down the wrong
Just want
date.
to make sure that,
Yep, mistake. October 8th, actually.
thank you.
8th.
If you want to
Oh,
come.
no, the 2nd's a Friday. Oh, where I wrote that. Hit the wrong key or something.
Yes,
Thank you.
thanks.
Any questions for Mike? No? Good news about the athletics.
Yes.
I should have thought about this when we approved the agenda, but I'm going to add it, sneak this in now. Tyler, you want to give a student board member report?
Sure. I don't really have that much, I guess. Just kind of getting into the groove of things like Mr. Shito was talking about with reopening. From my end, sports have been going pretty well this week as far as reopening and the season starting. I don't know. That's pretty much all I got, I think.
You're handling the hybrid model well so far?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I know a few students that have like switched to all virtual. It's just their preference, but yeah, the hybrid seems to be going well.
Okay, that's good news. Okay. And playing soccer in a mask, how do you like that?
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's still uncomfortable. But I'll
Right.
get used to it. I know that our coach is purchasing the more like there's more like breathable like sports type masks,
Oh,
and
sure.
we're paying for them. He's buying them like en masse. So I don't know when those are coming in, but those will get here eventually, and then hopefully that's a little better.
All right. Did you hear that, though? He said the coach was paying for him?
No, we're still paying for
paying
them. He's just ordering them.
upfronting them.
He just get,
He's
gonna
he's
get
just,
Oh, you're gonna
he's just
pay?
ordering them. We're
Should they be
paying
doing
for
that,
them.
though? Ponder
We-
that. Ponder that. Okay.
They are very pricey.
Are they?
$30. I bought my daughter one.
How much, Dennis?
$30.
Yeah. I don't know. We're not playing football now, so that should save us some money.
But they
anyway.
they do work a lot better. I did buy one for my daughter for
Right.
soccer.
Right.
That's
Okay.
good to hear.
Yes.
We'll look forward to it.
And if you wear glasses, they don't steam up.
Well, I'll have to keep that in mind myself then. Okay.
On that list.
Good. Any questions for Tyler? No? Okay. Must be everybody's tired tonight. Good. Next is personnel. Could I have a motion for the personnel? And that would be for items A through L with the exception of H.
I'll make the motion.
Connie?
I'll second.
Dar? Questions? Okay.
I lost my connection again. I'm going to see. Yeah, yes. I keep losing.
All right, Jim, you have 6 yeas, 1 nay. Mr. Brooks, nay.
Okay, so those items on personnel are carried 6-1-0. Right. Could I have a motion for H, which would be annual appointments co-curricular?
I'll make the motion.
Connie?
I'll second.
Amy? Questions about it? Okay.
We do a manual vote for that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Sue, were you voting? Yay or nay on co-curricular?
Yay.
Yay. Okay. So opposed? And abstentions?
Aye.
So it carried 5-0-2. 5-0-2. All right. Next is the first readings for policies. Could I have a motion for that?
I'll make the motion.
I'll
Chad?
second.
Sue? Dar, you want to provide some historical background on them?
The 3 of them, visitors in the school, and actually 2 of them, independent educational evaluations was review, just some minor changes in the wording. The other 3 were recommendations from Area 1 that we took, extraordinary circumstances, remote learning, and remote working. They weren't written directly for COVID, but for any type of situation. We just thought the wording made sense. And that's all I have.
That's it? Okay. Any questions about any of those first readings? Once again, I compliment Dar and Amy for all their hard work, and Liz. I show up, but can't say I work hard. But anyway, so we can vote.
7 yeas, Jim.
Okay. Policies, first readings passed 7-0. Could I have a motion for the consent agenda?
Make the motion.
Dennis?
I'll second.
Connie? Any questions with any of those items?
7 yeas, Jim.
Electrons took a roundabout route, huh? Okay. Consent agenda is carried 7-0. We have 3 resolutions. Could I have a motion for the approval of the safety plan?
I'll make the motion.
Connie?
I'll second.
Sue? Any questions with it? That's a good one to read before you go to bed. Okay.
Middle of the night when you can't sleep.
7 yeas, Jim.
Okay, safety plans approved 7-0. I shouldn't make light of it. It is very important, that's for sure.
That is-
And I thought it was very well done. Captures all the things that you don't want to be thinking about in an emergency. You want to have it handily ready. So, okay. Next is, could I have a motion for the extra classroom treasurers report?
I'll make the motion.
Dennis?
I'll second.
Connie? Any questions with it?
I did have one.
Okay.
The email, is that the correct email that was supposed to be attached to that?
No.
You can't open
Yeah.
There's a
About-
random email in there.
What's that?
There's an email in it, it doesn't,
I was like, what's that have to
There's a
do with
random
it?
email
it does not.
in the packet.
It does not.
I guess I missed it.
It was in the, yep, it was between it.
Oh, it came up underneath.
Yeah. It was actually about Schoology, getting their child on Schoology or something, but it had nothing to do with.
Could be. Mandatory games like that, and that was what we usually.
It was between.
No, there's like an email
There is.
underneath that page, and I never scrolled down past the first page.
Do you see what I'm talking about, Mike?
Yes.
Okay,
So
Yeah.
remove this.
That needs to be removed.
okay.
Yeah.
Because it said if there was an attachment, but that's, I think, the wrong one.
No, I think that just happened. It's just the two reports.
Okay.
So Dennis, with your motion, are you okay with
Yes.
approving the
Moving that.
report minus the
e-
inadvertent email? Okay, good. Good catch, Sue.
Thank you.
Good attention to detail. I love that. Any other questions or comments? Okay, fire away.
Oops. Is voting open for me?
I heard a whoops down at this end.
I don't know.
You okay?
Did you get my vote?
Okay, I have it now. 7 yeas.
Okay, right. That resolution passes 7-0. And then the last resolution is non-resident tuition request. Could I have a motion for that? Dar? Okay.
Second.
Chad? Any questions about it?
Seven yeas, Jim.
All right, and that resolution passes 7-0. The next item is additional board discussion. Dar, city update?
I put the points of pride in there for
Yeah.
your viewing pleasure. We talked about, actually, when we met last week, Chris reported the kids were very happy to be back in school. They're not typically the students that normally love school, but everybody was very happy to see each other.
Good.
Has had absolutely no issues with compliance. They did find that there was an issue with their thermometers because they're taking temperatures outside and they're not compliant, they're not recommended for outside, so they're going to get ear thermometers. That was the next step. So,
Oh.
they're doing that. For the students who lost accreditation time last year, they've reached out to all the students that were cut short last year. There was a total of 106 students. 90 are returning. Of those 90, they asked if there was going to be any transportation issues, and only 2 said that they were having problems with transportation. Districts had said that they would help with any transportation, so that was good. And they have been given the options of nights, Fridays, and if there's room available during the day classes, they'll be able to attend. They'll have to sign documentation that they'll obey the code of conduct and all the rules the same as high school students. This will be done with no additional cost to the students or districts. And then is, we had our financial reports, and if anybody would like to look at them, Mike Shepherd.
Oh, that was the Mike
report.
Shepherd report.
They, for the estimated overall result of fiscal operations, surplus distribution, adult ed. So this is the first of several weeks of reports, months of reports. So, but you're all welcome to, I didn't make copies. And that's all I have.
All right, thanks. Any questions for Darlene? We have NISBA conference on here. Somebody going to address that? NISBA conference, anyone? Was it just a general reminder that it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Gee, guess we're around the table already. Wow. Tyler?
Just, I guess, like to say thank you to, all the teachers, all the coaches with this week reopening schools, and everyone here, and just all the administration that has really made this happen, because we're starting to see after a few weeks now, like everyone's kind of hitting a groove and hitting a rhythm. So it's really exciting that everyone's back, and just thanking everyone for all their efforts. So that's all I
Good.
got.
Nicely said. I'm sure it's much appreciated. Connie?
I don't have anything today.
Okay.
Sorry.
Dennis? Dar?
I'm all set.
I'm all set. Sue?
I'm good.
Amy?
The only thing I had was I was wondering if we might be able to live stream some of the athletic events because we're limited to the number of people who can attend.
We can look into that, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that'd be a good
Definitely.
I didn't hear.
Amy's wondering if we could live stream the athletic events,
Sorry.
such as soccer.
Yeah, there will be, it's only two spectators per player.
Per player.
Yeah.
I know that in the past,
Good idea.
we've at least had our soccer games recorded, and like I think they just went on like our coach's YouTube channel so that we like watch tape and stuff. So I know that it's been done in the past from the balcony up at the stadium.
Right.
So there should already be some sort of structure in place for that.
Yep, Mike, you'll look into that.
I will.
Okay. Anything else, Aim?
Nope, that was
No?
it.
Chad?
Nothing new.
I just thought of something from Dar's report. How are our thermometers for monitoring? Are they okay for outside, or do they need to be looked at?
We need to look into that. We're having the same problem everybody's having.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
We have been looking into it and discussing it.
Yep, best laid plans. All right. Okay. Last chance for anybody for around the table? No? Okay. How come we did that? It seems like open business would have been first. Anyway, open business. Mike, you want to
So,
hit upon those?
yeah, the visioning plan, so it's almost October now. I will be contacting Paul Seversky in October, like I said.
The
And then
leaves are falling.
we'll see if we're going to make some movement with that.
Okay.
It'll be hard to gather, though, that committee, because of the numbers. That could be challenging.
Have to hold the meetings in here or something.
We will.
Zoom.
And then I have very good news about the health center
Yes.
that has been approved. The New York State Education Department, Office of Facilities and Planning, gave us official approval. And actually, Sheila and I will be meeting with Scott Duell of BCA next week, and hopefully the bids will go out somewhere in the very near future. So, in preparation to send the bids out. So there's some movement there.
Now, have you been in contact with Scott as far as his prediction on bidding this time of year? And
That's,
is he
that'll
going
be-
on the line yet? Yeah.
That'll be part of the discussion we
okay.
have
All right.
next week, so
Okay.
I'll keep you posted.
Okay.
Capital project plaques, so we actually have some estimates and some different styles, and we're going to get those out to the board in the next week or so. so something for you to look at. And then also Sheila has names that she, who did you get those from? The names came from Leanne. So we want to get those for you to look at too and try to jog people's memories and see if we have all the names in there. So we're moving forward on that. And then the auditorium and stage extension, again, hoping for that October 19th delivery date. That's the estimated delivery date right now. That's all.
And how about the
But,
repair of?
but the high school auditorium, I think, was repaired.
Oh, the house, yeah, we're still waiting on that. When are they supposed to, we have not heard when they're going to start.
Who's the they? Is it Betty Kring? Betty Kring from Watertown, or? Okay, all right. And so it's not our architect, it's
It's a
the
contractor. It's a contractor, yeah.
Probably Betty Kring from Watertown. Okay.
Sorry, missed that. Skipped over that one.
No, you could see how that would flow into one. No, it's okay. That's why Dar's here. She'll keep you. All right. Anything else for open business?
How is the heating units, I guess?
The boilers?
The boilers,
Boilers,
sorry.
yep. No?
I-
Yeah. So we're in good shape there. Every building has one boiler that's definitely working, and there's a couple small repairs. In fact, just a couple welds that needed to be completed by the end of this week. There were, I think, 2 elementary buildings where they're getting the second boilers up. And really, the second boilers you need when it's like
Fail.
0.
Frigid.
Well, failure on one and/or
Yeah,
2 boilers never kick on unless it's really like below 0. So we talked to Mike about that. We're in good shape right now.
because I thought they were up, all of them up this summer. I thought we were led to believe all of them were completely.
Yeah, they just had a couple like minor repairs they were making on some things. But they are.
Because middle school had no heat. Came in, there was no heat. So I'm just trying to make sure
Right.
we have heat in our buildings.
We do now. We definitely do.
Okay.
Mike said, we met with Mike the other day, and he said, we're all set and everything. So. Anything else?
It's not. All right. Executive session, do we have any items for that?
We got proud to be MACS.
Aside from Proud to be Max, yeah.
Negotiation, contract
Right.
discussion,
Okay.
and then one other thing about some students.
So the item F, the medical financial
Yeah.
credit
follow
employment
me.
history of
Yes.
student, multiple or A?
Yeah,
B?
multiple.
Multiple. All right. So, did you say employees first, and then we had some students? No,
Just students.
Negotiations.
So we got
Negotiations,
negotiations.
contract negotiations. right.
okay, and then proud to be Max,
Right.
and then multiple students, and that's under item F there, the medical financial.
Contract discussions, is it just one?
It's item E, collective negotiations pursuant to Article 14. Okay. Does anyone else have any other items? No? Okay. Did I ask for a motion? No, I didn't ask for a motion yet.
I'll make that motion.
Dar?
I'll second.
Connie? We should ask for the motion first. So besides those items, does anyone else have anything else? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're waiting on me.
You didn't go off. You didn't go off to your happy place, did you, Dar?
Kind of.
Huh?
I was starting my email for Harmony.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Because I wasn't even paying attention.
You have to watch her every
Yeah,
second.
we may have happy place.
It's only 25 to 7, Dar.
Gone.
Nope, got it. Thank you. Thank you for waking me up.
Thank you. 78.
All right. Executive sessions approved 7-0. Thanks everyone for attending.
Thank you.